Hello, this is Matthew Hunt here from Canadian Merchant Account Services.com. That's Canadian-Merchant-Account-Services.com. And this is just a case study, and I just want to show you some real case studies just to so you know that I'm not, just making up these numbers, that these are based off real merchant account statements that merchants give to me, and I review their accounts and crunch the numbers and do some pre-negotiating with other card processing companies to acquire lower rates for them, and then we resubmit on merchant accounts. And my goal is always to save the money, save as much money as possible for the merchant. So you can see this is a statement here for one particular company. This current merchant, this business this merchant was in was the health industry, and I don't want to get any more specific than that because this, you'll see that there's some things that are crossed off this sheet, like the name of the company on this merchant statement. I just don't want to get sued in case I'm not allowed to do something like this. But for those of you that process with this company, you'll probably recognize this statement. But you just want to show you the fees that are associated with merchant accounts, and what we did to lower the fees on this particular case study. So you'll see that this person is paying basically $500 a month in processing fees for their merchant account, and the majority of it is going to their discount rate right here. This is their Visa and MasterCard rates that they're paying. And I'm going to show you another statement. This is only one half of the statement, so it was broken into 2 pages, so I'll have to break it into 2 sections. Now you'll see that they're calling this a dial authorization, and basically what that means is every transaction they do, they're getting charged 3 cents. And then here, this is a settlement, so basically what they're doing is they're charging 15 cents every time they close out the total of their sales for the day. So what you do is you do a batch close or a settlement, and that takes the group amount of transactions that you've done from that day, and it sends it to your bank account in a lump sum. Okay, and that's called a settlement. They're charging 15 cents per settlement. Now here's some interchange rates. Now of course this customer is not too bad because most of their transactions are card present, because if the clientele you need to see the doctor or the therapist at the clinic there face to face, and so there's very sort of low, mids, and non-qualified transactions because almost everything is swipes. So the interchange plus rate is only $10, and they've got sort of some authorization fees for $10 a month, miscellaneous $4. They're charging $1.25 for the imprinter and $40 a month on rental on the terminal. The imprinter is just the old knuckle buster. They'll supply you with that just in case your terminal goes down. That way you can take the old knuckle buster out, put the old carbon copy sheet in there, slide it back and forth, and you have an imprint of the card, and the customer signs off on that in case the power goes out or something like that. But they're charging $1.25 a month for that. You can kick that away. You can go to eBay and pick one up for $5, or even order it from your credit card processor for 20. I wouldn't pay ongoing rent of $1.25. It seems a bit ridiculous for one of those things. $40 a month rent to only, that's a bit high too. You can probably do a rent to own at $30 a month for the same terminal. And you're going to see that we're going to lower these rates here. So you can see these rates are not rates that I'm making up. Let me pause the video and pull up the other half of the statement here. Okay, here's the other statement here that I've pulled up, and you're going to see here the IDP. That's their debit transactions. That's any of the bank cards. They did 164 transactions at $7,500. Average ticket was 45. And this is one of these weird scenarios where they decide to charge a discount rate on the debit and give a low item rate or per transaction rate. So it's only 5 cents per transaction, but it's quarter of 1% on the business volume, which rarely works out, and you're going to see why that doesn't usually work out. It does if you have a very, very low average ticket price and high volume, that'll work for you, but very rarely does that work out. Then you see Amex here. They obviously get billed directly from Amex, but they're getting charged 9 cents per transaction. Okay, so another sort of miscellaneous fee. Visa here at 5,300, average ticket price 54, and 4.82% is their rate. Visa, this is sort of the non-qualified, probably at 4.82, and then MasterCard, this is the corporate cards that are going through here, and then MasterCard at a rate of 5.04 at $2,600. Okay, let's go over to the spreadsheet, and I'll show you sort of what happened here. So with this particular client, if you remember, they were getting charged basically, they had one terminal, $42 a month, time they had the imprinter of rent to only. I was able to lower that down to $35 a month, and it was a rent to own. So they actually had the option to purchase that machine at the end of this. And if you remember, um, their monthly business volume, basically between the two cards, was $8 grand a month. And they're doing basically a total of 160 transactions, which averaged out to about $50 on their credit card as an average ticket price. 97% of their business is card present, 3% occasionally needs to be keyed in. And so this is what it broke down to, that their current rates that they're paying right now was 4.8 was for the qualified, and basically 5.4 for the nons. And they're paying 3 cents per authorization. So what we were able to do was I was able to get that down to 1.85% for all those card present transactions. That's like more than half. And I left and negotiated the non-qualified high, just to throw something into the credit card company, but knowing that they have a very low non-qualified chance of getting dinged with that. And we did 15 cents per transaction as well. It's a little higher than 3 cents, but you'll see that it works out substantially a lot better for the merchant. So, each case is different, and sometimes these numbers wouldn't work if it was a different business model. And I think I've shown this before, if this was high ticket price or they did 2 transactions, sometimes, having a higher discount rate. And my point being is you really got to work the numbers out fully. You can't just look at rates and transaction fees. It doesn't always appear correct. So, you think 3 cents is a lot less than 15 cents, but then again, they're paying 4.8, 5.0 as opposed to 1.85 and 3.5. So, you can see the savings right there. Monthly $390 there, $175. Then if we get into the Interac or the debit, they're doing $7,500 a month, about 164 transactions, but the average ticket price $45. Here's their 1/4% they're paying, and 5 cents per transaction. Here there's no discount rate on the debit. I got them, and 10 cents per transaction. You can see that it obviously works out to substantial savings. And then we came down here, the admin fees, they had $15. It was 6. I just got a statement fee. And then you'll see here that the total monthly save is about $475. Remember, I said the statement actually was $504, so I'm missing a few administration fees there. And I got the rates down to basically $230. So you can see that yearly they're paying almost $6 grand, and here they're paying just under $3 grand. And let's just sort of work out what that would be on the calculator here as savings every year. So $5,700 minus looks like 27.99 equals, that's $2,900 a year. You go over 5 years of processing, and I just saved this company almost $15,000. I think somebody might owe me a little gift, I'd say. Maybe so they should send me on a vacation with those kind of rates and savings. Anyways, that's one case study, and you can see right there, this is for Health Clinic. This is kind of what I do. I'm going to do a few more case studies so you can see how I'm saving companies, usually $1,000+ a year in savings. It doesn't always work out that way, but usually I can find a savings. Almost 98% of the time I can, and if I can't, I'll be the first person to tell you that I can't find you savings. You have a great deal. Okay, that's that case study for today. Thanks for tuning in, and maybe check out the other case studies, or go through if you want to come through and use the calculator yourself, or I can do this for you. Come through and get a quote, and be happy to help you out. This is Matthew, and again from Canadian-merchant-account-services.com. That's Canadian Merchant Account Services.com, all with dashes in between. Hope you're having a great day. Bye for now.